Thank you very much. Welcome. This is Your Creative. We are bringing you content that is educative and creative and challenging to you so that you may be able to grow and you may be able to expand your experiences. So today we are joined by a teacher. He's a teacher, he's a professional, and we are going to have a good time as we interact with him and share and get some of your questions answered about life, about education, about career, especially for young people. We normally say that old people don't understand us. Here is the opportunity to get the experiences and interaction from a very good man. My name is Patrick Savakwa, and I'll give him an opportunity to introduce himself, and then we will continue. Karibu mzee.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm Gideon Karanja, a teacher by profession, like you correctly said. I should also say that I'm also a pastor, and apart from that, I'm a family person.
Okay.
And a father of 3 children. And so, married to one wife.
Okay.
That's
Would you mind sharing with us the names of your children?
Yeah, the first one is Esther, the second one is Levi, and the third one is Susan.
Okay, that's wonderful. So now you had it. There is Mr Gideon. He's a teacher. He's an advisor, and I hope we are going to interact and we are going to be educated. So briefly share with us, Mzee, about your life story, especially with regards to career-wise. How did you become a teacher? What does it mean to be a teacher? How is the experience?
Okay. If I begin by the date of birth, now that's a program reaching the young people, might surprise them and they may not want to listen to that so much. But I was born somewhere in Nyeri many years ago, and I went to a primary school, like most of you do. And then after primary school, I went to high school, still in Nyeri.
Yes.
After high school, that was Form 4, when proceeded for my A-levels. Again still in Nyeri, and then I left Nyeri and joined Laikipia Teachers College, where I did a diploma in education. So I've specialized in teaching of chemistry and agriculture. And after that, I've also done several other things. At some point, I went to Machakos, that is Scott Christian University, where I did a diploma in, I did a degree in theology, and that qualified me to do the ministry work. And after that, in the year 2005, I joined Eastern University for a master's degree in education, specifically in counseling. And the reason why I chose the line of counseling is because of the kind of work I was doing also in high school. I could see the kind of challenges the young people were facing, and I felt I needed to be equipped to assist a number of them, and I'm glad that I have done that.
Wow. Wow.
Willingly.
I can see you are a man of many hats. You are a teacher, you are a preacher, also you have some experience in PA counseling, and I believe that young people, we as young people can learn a lot from you. Yeah. So how is it like teaching young people? How is the experience like?
It's a beautiful experience. I would say it's beautiful in the sense that you are given a student when probably he's very green, and you stay with the person for like 4 years, and you see the person shifting from somebody who didn't know so much and then qualifies maybe to get to university or other colleges, and later on you find him a responsible person. I think it's very, very satisfying. Very satisfying.
Wow, that's good. So let's just there's a question I get asked a lot, and I know we as young people usually struggle with it. Okay. Do you think that the older people do not understand the young people? And what do you think is the challenge that the generation gap between the young and the old? And why are they not like I'm not, these people do not understand it. Is it true or?
By the way, historically, it's true. I remember something I read many years ago, and they were talking about somebody who was interviewed, probably in the 16th century, and still complained that the gap between the young and the old is always very, very huge. So what we are experiencing today has not started now; it's been there. But it's true. I think at times we fail to understand each other, and I would say that for the older people like us, we should also try as much as possible to understand the young, because one, we've been through their stage. But you have not been to a stage to understand exactly what you go through, and maybe that creates that particular gap. Yes, and like you've also said, there are some issues that that make there be a difference between the two groups. Like I know as you are growing up, you'll be taught go to school, get yourself a job, and then earn your life and the like. And so I think we were taught to develop out of patience. You can wait as you do your thing. Look at the generation today. I think because of so many things, the digitals and everything else, it's like everything is at the press of a button. So I'd like to get a job today and probably get the highest position the same day, and I get married today and have the children grow again almost the same day. And I think that is what causes the misunderstanding, because maybe we feel as though the young men are moving very fast, but on the other hand, the young men feel these guys are too slow. They should not. They're actually blocking our movement. So I think,
That's very instructive. So, what do you think are some of the things we can do, both as the young, to bridge that gap? As the young, what can we do to create a conversation and start going that direction?
Wow. I think we need to appreciate that we all need one another. I believe that for the older generation, we need the experience of the young people, in the sense that you are the capacity to understand, especially things like the structure we are having, the ICT and the like. You are better placed to do that than we do. And I think on the other side, we also need to appreciate that you also need our experience. Perhaps you can sit with us, perhaps listen to our counsel, probably pick a bit of our wisdom, and that will also propel you to the next level.
Wow. Thank you. Now, let's go consider another angle where we need also to talk to students, and sometimes students find it hard to balance between the academics and the normal life. Like you get on the one end, there's someone who is too much into books, they don't have friends, they don't visit anyone. Then on the other hand, you find another one who does not read at all. They are constantly running around and playing and doing their thing. So how is it possible to get that balance between academics and life, and how do we go about it?
I believe everything, some time back I spoke about something and I said that all the choices that we make have consequences. And if probably, and I still remember me quote somebody else who one time was speaking to a student somewhere and said, one of the challenges we have with the young generation is that they are required to make very critical decisions at a stage when someone is also very confused. You want to please yourself, you want to have fun. At the same time, you're required to sit down and settle and do like your studies and the like. So I would say that it's important to strike a balance. It's good to socialize. You need to know people. You need to interact with them. You need to live with them. And at the same time, it's also good to go to your studies and study well, because again, the foundation that you lay in high school, and I believe also in college, will determine how well you live in the future. So I think there should be that balance. It's very, very critical to have it.
Okay. Now, talking about socializing, I know you've been asked this question a lot. Is it okay for a student to be in a relationship?